Sharon Gustafson has worked in employment law for decades, including arguing before the Supreme Court. In 2019, she became the first woman to serve as general counsel for the EEOC. In early March, however, she found herself fired by her new boss, President Biden.
I was given no reason at all for the termination.
But she had some clues. Weeks before the Biden administration asked for her resignation, Gustafson discovered that the final report on her religious discrimination work group had disappeared from the EEOC website. The agency enforces anti-discrimination laws across the board, and while it has defended employees' religious rights for years, Gustafson noticed an exception.
I had never seen any case that was brought to protect somebody who was discriminated against because they had traditional religious beliefs about sexual morality. So I started thinking, I wonder what other sorts of religious beliefs people may have that they feel are not protected. So I set up a religious discrimination work group.
Gustafson says that although the group would include all faiths, it faced internal opposition, even from leadership.
Well, who told me that they were uncomfortable with it.
She also faced pushback after taking on the Kroger grocery chain for firing 2 employees after they refused to wear gay pride aprons.
They simply said that because of their religious beliefs, they could not celebrate this.
LGBTQ advocates also spoke out against her work group, including revisions to a compliance manual, concerned that religious beliefs would be used to discriminate against sexual orientation. Gustafson argues it's possible to protect both.
All of these people can be protected at the same time. The law requires it, and it's the EEOC's job to find a way to do that.
Gustafson may never know exactly what triggered her firing. It's almost become tradition that political appointees in certain areas resign when administrations change. 2 of her predecessors did so even though they had time left in their term. Still, there's also precedent for general counsels staying with new presidents of other political parties. Going forward, there is concern that her firing will have a negative impact for workers who face discrimination for their beliefs.
I think what is going to happen is that this will have a chilling effect upon religious expression in the workforce.
The word gets out, to the public generally, that the EEOC is not interested in these types, certain types of religious discrimination claims, and that is to everybody's loss.
EEOC Commissioner Andrea Lucas calls the firing deeply troubling and warns that religious liberty has become a disfavored or second-class right in many areas of our society. But a spokeswoman for the commission told CBN News the EEOC has a long history of defending against discrimination based on religion in the workplace and will continue to vigorously enforce those laws.
I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and we can't work on Saturdays.
There's also an encouraging new movement in the private sector that urges people to bring their whole selves to work, including their faith. A number of top companies are creating faith-oriented employee groups alongside LGBTQ employee groups. It's a movement that Gustafson applauds.
We need to make sure that the federal government is fairly protecting all workers, that nobody has any reason to believe that certain rights supersede other rights or are somehow given higher priority.
Heather Sells, CBN News.